What is this? Number 26, episode 26.
26.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode number 26, and today we have on. Your name's Kory, right?
Kory.
Kory,
Yeah.
Kory. Okay. And your handle thing is King Kory, right? Or
Yeah,
is it King K?
my stage name, I guess, is like King K.
King K.
My
okay.
name's Kory. My Instagram's King
Kory with a K.
Kory with a K.
There
exactly.
you go. King K. Okay. He is a musician as well as a lot of the other people. Also, he's done a song and music video with Big Texas, if you remember him.
I have.
He was on the podcast too.
Yeah, he was like one of the first ones.
Yeah, he was my second guest ever. That guy was crazy. That guy's so fun.
That dude is crazy. Yeah, I love that guy.
I love that guy. Yeah, he just had a kid.
Yeah, he did,
Like,
and the baby's doing good.
Yeah.
Like, it was a rough time for him, but everything's looking really good.
That was crazy.
Knock on the table.
Knock on wood there.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that was a wild time there. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, that was crazy. He never ever thought that anything bad was gonna happen. Like he was always like, "No, it's gonna be fine."
Oh, and he was like the most chill that I've ever heard anybody. And like
people would be freaking out.
I would be freaking out.
Yeah.
And like at first I was like, man, he's like so relaxed about this. But then I realized like that's perfect because like that's what that situation needed.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything. I mean.
Yeah.
Baby's home.
Yeah. Yeah, they should be moving back like pretty soon.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy story.
Mm-hmm.
So, I usually ask, I have like this list of creative questions just to get juices flowing and stuff like that. So, just give me 3 numbers, 1 to 25, and whatever those will be. Those will be your questions.
We'll do 5, 15, and 25.
All right. What's a body part you wouldn't mind losing?
Major or minor body part?
Doesn't matter.
I could probably go without a finger.
Yeah.
Like a random toe or something.
Yeah.
If it had to be like a major body part, I would always I'd pick my leg over my arm.
You could always get prosthetics.
Yeah, like prosthetic leg is like way better than a prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
Like a fucking peg leg or something.
Wooden peg leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All pirate.
Yeah, definitely. Number 15. If you could start a charity, what would it be for?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Start a charity. I would start a charity that like funds like youth creative projects like within the city.
Okay.
Like I would want to like get kids out there like painting murals and like building creative shit and like sponsoring like concerts and galleries and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. I said on this podcast a few times that I'm working on this idea, like, because you told me I had a truck.
Yeah.
I have a truck. So I want to do, like, a concert from the back of my, like, I want to get, like, a big speaker and stick it in the back of there and then do, like, a concert with, like, San Antonio artists out of the back of my truck somewhere. I think that'd be dope.
That'd be very dope.
Yeah, you should definitely perform there.
That's awesome.
I just had to figure out where I can do it without like, getting in trouble.
Getting in trouble? Yeah. That's always the question.
So that's, and I don't even know, like, how do you even start? Like, where do you go to find that information?
Yeah, you just start doing it. And then see if you get kicked out.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's how a lot of things go.
Yeah. Okay, number 5. Besides war and diplomacy, what would be the best way for countries to settle disputes?
Besides war and diplomacy?
I said rap battles last time.
Rap battles? Okay, real answer or good answer? I think the easiest way, not the easiest way, but the best way for countries to settle disputes would be for there to be no individual countries. Like, if we were to go, like, have you watched Futurama?
I have not.
Futurama, like, they have, like, the president of Earth, like, and, like, the whole Earth is, like, one collective government, which, like, whole other set of problems, but, like, if there weren't different countries to fight against each other, we probably wouldn't have countries fighting against each other.
That's true.
I'll say that. I'll let that be my answer.
All right, there you go.
So I'll be like Futurama.
Yeah, I haven't seen Futurama. I've seen Family Guy and I've seen The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But I didn't see... Oh, I also saw The Cleveland Show.
Yeah.
But I didn't see Futurama and I didn't see Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers is good. Futurama is like... kind of breaks the mold of like the Simpsons, Family Guy, like episodic hijinks and stuff. Like Futurama kind of has like an end.
Okay.
Like, it's like it's more of like a series.
Yeah. Is it made by the same people?
It's made by the guy who did Simpsons.
The Simpsons,
Matt
right?
Groening.
Yeah.
Very cool guy.
Seth MacFarlane is the one that did Family Guy.
Yeah, like Family Guy, American Dad,
Yeah,
like all those. Yeah.
I didn't see American Dad either.
Yeah. Family Guy is the best version of all those.
Yeah.
So.
I never watched King of the Hill. That was the other one.
Dude, funny story. So like when I was a young kid, I would always watch Simpsons with my dad. Like every day, like certain time of the day, like after dinner, Simpsons came on, and it was always like, okay, but we're not going to change it to that channel yet, because like King of the Hill's on, and King of the Hill's a bad show. And I was always like, oh man, King of the Hill must be like so bad. And then I started watching King of the Hill when I was older, and my parents were tripping. Because, like, King of the Hill is, like, far more family-friendly than The Simpsons. And I'll never understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out King of the Hill. Actually, pretty good show.
Ooh. Yeah, I gotta look into that. I've heard it's very, very good. Because I watched The Office all the way through, like, so many times. And apparently, like, what's his face? Greg Daniels that was on The Office, like, wrote for King of the Hill and stuff like that.
I didn't know that. That makes sense, though.
Greg Daniels was the showrunner for the
King of the Hill?
For The Office.
For The Office.
But he wrote for King of the Hill.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of like a similar, like, oddly dry humor that, like, you don't appreciate when you're younger. But then, you get it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Have you seen The Office?
I've seen all of The Office.
Oh, yeah, me too. All the way through.
I've watched it, like, start to finish, and then I've seen, like, reruns on TV.
Oh,
I've probably seen every episode, like, a handful of times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watch it over and over and over and over. That's like what I think that is my number one favorite show.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Do you watch Parks and Rec?
I did watch it. I watched it all the way through once, and I didn't like it very much.
I like kind of agree. When you say like you've seen The Office, people always ask if you like watch Parks and Rec, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's got its moments, but like The Office is The Office. Like
that's the thing. Like The Office is pretty. I mean, the last seasons are kind of
Yeah.
You know, they kind of like fall off, you know, but they're still better than most other ones.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
But, and it's pretty funny consistently, and it's pretty like, you know, the story is pretty easy to follow. Like, you know, the character's pretty consistent. In Parks and Rec, it's hit or miss. Like, some episodes, you're like, that was awful.
And then they did like the last season of Parks and Rec, and it was like 20
so
years
bad,
in the future, and we got like weird iPhones.
Yeah.
I thought that was so stupid.
And then the finale was like going back and forth from the future to the. I was like, what is going on?
They tried.
It's so weird. Yeah. The Office. Yeah, I say it on here all the time. I think everybody should watch The Office at least once.
I agree.
All the way through.
Go watch The Office.
Go watch The Office. Yeah. Absolutely. I feel like I see it a lot deeper than most people usually do.
Yeah.
But I believe it's one of the most realistic shows. Or the realistic.
Yeah.
Like it, you know, Breaking Bad about drugs and like that. Like
doesn't
who can relate to that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there that could. But
people that are out there selling meth are not watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
They're not connecting. To that. They're probably watching The Office.
Yeah. Or like even like WandaVision. Like nobody can relate to. I mean, it's a good show, but nobody can relate to it. Like that's not a thing.
No, everybody's like been at work and had like an awkward moment where you like look at a coworker silently like, did that dude really just fucking say that? Like,
yeah, even if you can't relate to Michael Scott, like people aren't that dumb, but I mean you can relate to other people, like even Jim, like loving someone that isn't available.
Yeah, everybody.
You know, any of them, even Andy, like he didn't even end up with anybody.
No,
even though he tried so hard.
Yeah.
But he learned, like at the end of his quote, I wish there was a way to know you in the good old days before you've actually left them. Like he learned that to be happy where you are, like it's not about.
I finished the last episode of The Office the first time, like the day before I was moving to college. So I was like packing up my bags and like just
perfect way to end
cleaning my room, and it was like way more emotional than it probably would have been otherwise.
Yeah, that probably hit a little harder than probably did for other people. Yeah.
It's all tearing up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
Myself.
I cried so hard.
Yeah.
I cried so hard. Even when Daryl, his line too was a good one too. And he said,
when he's like going through the office, like dancing with everybody. I was like you feel.
And then Andy sang his song when he sang his song. Oh my gosh, dude! And it showed like the little clips of him having a good time with everybody. I was like, oh my gosh, man. And then at the end, they were like, maybe he will make it because they were like making fun of him the whole show.
Yeah.
Because he was always like screwing around, not really singing.
Yeah.
And then he finally really sang, and then we're like,
oh shit,
dang. Yeah. Then Daryl's line in the last episode, he said, every day I came into work and all I wanted to do was leave. So why in the world does it feel so hard to leave right now?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
That's like oddly true.
Yeah.
For like a lot of things.
Yeah. Then when Michael Scott came back, oh my gosh,
he was all
man.
gray.
Dude,
like,
yeah, how you said that's what she said. I was like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, man.
So
you know what's crazy is that Greg Daniels kept that a secret that he was going to come back. Like he didn't tell. So if you look on IMDb, at least back then, he wasn't on it because he didn't want anybody to know, and not even Rainn Wilson. Dwight didn't know. So that was a
so he like showed up to shoot that episode.
Yeah, and that was a
so
complete
it's like
surprise.
That's crazy. That's a good way to do it too.
It was such a good show. Yeah, I think everybody can relate to it. I think that it has very real people and very real circumstances. Like even the actors that they chose aren't like Jim is not Brad Pitt and Pam's not like
fucking Kevin.
Yeah,
like, right, everybody knows Kevin.
Yeah,
like, you know someone in your life that's Kevin.
Yeah, but they didn't use like these conventionally attractive like people. Like they just use normal
real people,
and they're not like unattractive. Like
they're not like
they're just normal people. You know, and yeah. So speaking of shows, do you ever take like influence from the TV shows into your music?
Oh, I would say definitely. Like, so I'm like a pretty big anime fan, and I definitely like anime, cartoons, like pop culture stuff. Like, if you like sit there and like Rap Genius break down my lyrics, like there's a bunch of stuff about
really
Naruto or like different shows and anime and stuff. Yeah,
okay.
definitely influences me. Sometimes like that's the whole purpose of like making a song. Like I'll just like have like I'm trying to think of a song. Oh, like I have a song called Gary Oak. Like I don't know who knows, but like in the original Pokemon series, like there's Ash Ketchum and then his like rival is Gary Oak.
Oh.
And ever since I was like a little kid, I was like, bro, Ash Ketchum sucks. Like I love sidebar, you probably have never met someone who like deeply loves Pokemon as much as I do. Like truly.
No.
And I was just like, Ash Ketchum's a loser. Like this dude sucks at this. Like, isn't he supposed to be like some prodigy kid? Yeah. And I always thought like Gary Oak was like the moves. Like Gary Oak is the better protagonist. So I wrote a song called Gary Oak, and I rapped about like being like low key the best. Where like there's this other person that everyone thinks is like, wow, like look at this guy, but like on the sidelines, like I'm Gary Oak, like I'm better than this guy, and like, no one even knows it.
Did people understand that reference?
Probably not. Well? The people that like really know me
they're probably like, Gary Oak, is that his dad or something?
Yeah, I'll start off if I like play that at a show, I'll like start off by saying like, if you're like familiar with Pokemon, like you'll know about this, but fuck Ash Ketchum, like I'm Gary Oak, and everyone will be like, and I'm like, you probably don't even know what I'm saying, but the people feel it. So.
Did you do a music video for that one?
I did not. That song's actually like pretty old now.
You could probably do a cool music video dressed up as him.
I probably could. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I need to do more music videos just in general, but getting music videos done is like a lot of work. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That seems to always be the thing that like gets pushed aside like in my creative process, I guess. Like, because by the time like I've made a song, I've probably like written it and then like sat with it for like months. And then I've recorded it and sat with it for a little bit longer, and then like I put the song out, and usually I'm like done with it at that point, like, and I just let it like live and do what it's gonna do, and try not to like dwell on it. So usually like the music video comes after that, and then I'm like, I'm already making a new song, and I don't really want to think about that one. So
is that part of how you know if it's gonna be a good song? Like you let it sit, and if it ages well with you?
Yeah, definitely. Like I'll write the lyrics to a song, and then like not record it for a while and like go over the lyrics like over and over and like tweak things and change things and just like go about my day like repeating it in my head. And I'll be like, ooh, if I just barely switch these two syllables or something, like, and I'll slide in like another reference that people might not catch, or like, ooh, I can actually rhyme 3 times in this line instead of twice, like, and that's all the little stuff that like at the end of the day probably doesn't make a song any more successful, but like makes me way happier like, with the music I'm putting out. And at the end of the day, like that's what you have to work toward, like being happy with the stuff you put out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever freestyle too, or do you only write?
In like the recording process, never freestyle. one time that I can think of, but it was like a singing thing, so it was like kind of different. And like I'll be the first to admit, like, I am not a freestyler. Like, that is not it. Like, my music comes from like me like sitting with it and like writing it out, and like that's the part that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm with like my very close friends and we're like chilling and drinking, like you'll get a freestyle.
Yeah.
But nothing that I'm not about to do it here. Like, you don't want to hear that.
But. So has it always been rap, or did you start singing first and then like go into rap?
Yeah, so it's like it's a long story, but here we are. I like come from like a pretty musical like family. Like all my family like plays instruments, or like my grandfather's like a.
Do you play instruments
organist. Too? I do not play instruments. Like I just like don't have like the coordination from my brain to my hands.
I don't have that either.
Yeah, so I always sang like when I was younger. Like we used to go to church, and I would like sing in the church choir. And then like in middle school, I'll say this: I was going to middle school and I was gonna join art, and my dad was like, "Oh, let's just like check out the other electives." And I walked into the the choir room, and the choir teacher was like, she was so cute, like, and I was like, wow. So I joined choir in middle school, like probably solely because of that.
Yeah.
And I ended up like really enjoying it, and like I would get solos and stuff.
Yeah.
And I noticed like all the other boys were like so embarrassed or like ashamed of being in choir that like all of those like solos and the spotlight was like mine for the taking. Yeah. And I like really learned to like perform.
So you never struggled with stage fright? Like you were able to just...
I did, but I don't know. It's kind of backwards for me, I feel like. If it's like you and me right here and you're like, sing for me, like that's so awkward.
Yeah.
But if there's like 100 people, it's almost like there's nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I do better with the more people that are watching usually.
Yeah.
And like something about like the power of like being on stage with a microphone, like that's just like, it's intoxicating.
Yeah.
Like,
so you've been on a stage on a... well, I guess through choir.
And then I did choir in high school, and then in high school, I had like a longtime friend, who his name's Grant. If you know me, you probably know him. He would like show me raps that he wrote, and I was like, wow, like these are like really good. And I was like, we should start recording these. So I'm like a pretty techie guy, and I like had the musical mind, I guess. So I like set up a recording setup like in my closet, and I started recording him, and then pretty quickly I was like, I want to do this too.
Yeah.
So I started doing it too, and at first I was really just kind of like singing on his stuff, and then I started like rapping, and then when it got to the point where he was telling me like, wow, these like you've gotten as good as I have, like these are really good, I was like, I felt really confident because I always thought he was really good. So then and then it was him, Grant, myself, and another friend of ours, LT, and like the three of us were all making music, and then we got together and we like decided to like start like a collective, and we called it Pack Static. Which years and years later, we like brought Big Texas, Sensei Texas onto the team. Yeah.
I still don't know if he's big or
He's Sensei Texas now, but he's Big Texas in my heart.
He changed it back to Big Texas on his social media. It's like it's Big Texas now. Dude, I don't know why he changed it to Sensei Texas. Like I do not. Big Texas was like,
I gotta say, like
top.
So
especially with his hat and his, like,
dude, no hate on Big Texas, Sensei Texas, but like
no hate.
He was the Ascended G the first time I ever met him. And then before I really got to know him, he changed his name to Big Texas. And usually I'm like pretty against name changes for artists because I feel like all that work you've done to like build up that name, which like at our stage in like our careers, like your name is everything. Yeah. Because like that's all people are gonna know. I'm like, you shouldn't change it. But the change to Big Texas, I was like, bro, that is like the best name. Right? Ever. Like that's so well describes him. But,
exactly. You want to know a crazy story about that?
Please.
My brother gave him that name.
Really?
He used to work with him at Walmart, and I guess he called him that or something one time, and he's like, you should make that your name.
Damn.
And so he did.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so that's why he's Big Texas, or whatever.
Yeah, it was Big Texas. Nah, he ended up changing it.
If you're hearing this, you should keep it as Big Texas.
Sorry, man. Sorry. He changed it because, like, it was too generic that, like, he couldn't set up, like, a Google artist profile, so it had to be something else, which is a problem I face as well. Like, there's too many Kincays out there. Like, if you look me up, I'm the first one that comes up. So sorry, other Kincays. Tough shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Big Texas.
Yeah.
Dude, especially with the whole look, man.
Dude, and he still wears it. Like, he still wears a cowboy hat.
Yeah, he's got the big old belt buckle, too, and everything. Dude.
The drip.
He's got some of the most confidence out of anyone that I know.
Oh, yeah.
For, like, anything.
That's... Yeah, like, our group was, like, pretty tight-knit. It was the three of us. We have another guy. His name's Alec. He goes by 99 Benz. He doesn't really make music, but he started off, like, he was making all of our merch.
Yeah.
And then he was, like, our merch manager, and he would, like, DJ for us at the shows. Then we brought on our friend Peter that I met in college, and he did, like, all of our video work, like, motion graphic stuff.
Yeah.
Then we brought on our friend Marcus, who is LT's older brother, and he was doing all of our, like, show planning, managerial kind of stuff, which I had been doing, so that was, like, really awesome. And then we were doing all these shows with Mike Militia, which is the group that Big Texas was in before.
Okay.
And, I love the Mike Militia guys. I really do. All of y'all are great. But I guess he liked the way that he saw us doing things, and our energy, and he asked if he could come on, and I was like, damn, the balls on this man. Like, asked if he could, like, hey, can you adopt me? Like, I was like, let me talk to the pack. And we talked it out, and, like, he's been a great addition. Like, he, like, really rounded out.
Yeah, so that's still a thing, that group.
Yeah, so all 7 of us now.
There's 7 now, dang.
And it, like, and...
Dude, you ever need a photographer?
Every day. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at these guys. He's got dope-ass cameras.
Yeah, I do professional photography.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely be working outside of this podcast. Yeah, we started as, like, a rap collective, but really, like, rap is, like, one of the few things that we do now. Like, all of us have really, like, it sounds, I guess, like, braggadocious to say, but, like, all of us have grown into, like, multi-talented, multimedia artists, and we all do a bunch of stuff, and now Pack Static's really just, like, a group of artists, like, all working toward the same goal, and, like, using the same name, and it's our family.
Yeah. When you did that song Big Texas, you worked with that chick too.
Oh, Eliza 1K?
Yeah.
Eliza 1K's popping. Like, dude, and when you meet her, like, you totally understand why. Like, she just, like, she seems famous. Like, that's just, like, her
Yeah, she has that vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, super humble. Like, way more approachable than I expected her to be.
Yeah.
And I've only met her... We did that shoot for, like, 2 or 3 times I met her then, and then, like, we've played at, like, a couple shows together.
Yeah.
But she's always been, like, really cool, super friendly. That's one of those people, like, some people that are doing way better than you you can't help but, like, low-key be jealous.
Yeah.
For her, I'm like, girl, just go for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, please, like, make it out of here. Be the biggest San Antonio artist ever. Like, she can totally do it.
Yeah.
I think she is doing it.
You want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
No hate to her, like, or anything like that. Like, you know,
it's like the
outside of this
podcast, no hate, but
only talking about this song. Like, outside of this song, like, I'm sure she's great with her, but I thought your verse was way better than hers. Hands down.
That's, like, I'm a very humble guy, but, like, I'm also, like, very self-aware of, like, and that's why I was saying, like, we've become, like, multi-talented.
Yeah.
And it's also really because, like, I don't feel the need all the time to be proving myself as a rapper.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm good. Like, I listen to my music. I listen to my own music, and I'm like, damn, Kory, that was, like, really good. Be proud of yourself. Like, and when people, that's, like, the cool part about, like, the group is that every time someone hears us that hasn't heard us before, they're, like, either they don't believe that it's us, or they're like, wow, like, y'all are, like, real rappers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as opposed to what? Like,
I don't know.
No,
like,
it's just fun.
And you guys are on Apple and all that stuff.
Yeah,
too,
we're
right?
on
You're not just SoundCloud.
everything.
Like,
I mean, some of, like, we have a lot of stuff that is only on SoundCloud, but, like, for the past couple of years, everything's been coming out everywhere.
Yeah. So do you ever, like, do a song with someone else and you're like, I was better than them? Like,
yes.
Like, like, you almost feel bad for them. You're like, I wouldn't want to be in that position. Like,
yeah, I've definitely, like, recorded. Usually that happens when, like, someone asks me to feature on a song.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes I'm like, like, they're good, so I feel the need to, like, be better, like, give them, like, my best self. And then there's sometimes that like if you're listening, like I'll pretty much do a feature for anybody for free. Like I just like to make music.
Yeah.
Like so people hit me up and they have like they're like it's like their second song ever. They're like in high school still.
Yeah.
And they just like found me on SoundCloud and like I'll tone it down a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
for them because like I'm not trying to like shit all over you. Like we can make a dope song and I'm down to like help you make a better song.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, this is something I'll say like all the time. Like part of being a rapper or like probably any artist at all, like you have to believe that you're the best.
Yeah.
Like, and that's doesn't just like come with like being cocky about it. Like if you don't think that you're better than everyone else, like why are you trying to get people to listen to you? So like you have to think you're the best and then use that mentality to like force yourself to be the best. I wish I can never remember it when I like try and think of it, but I wrote like a line in a song that was like, pretty much that like that you have to think you're the best, and if you don't, like, then it's time to like go get a shovel because you got to dig for it. Like, you have to be willing to prove that. Like, there's a lot of people that are just I'm the greatest of all time. Like, I do this, I do that. Like, okay, but like you didn't do it very well.
Yeah. Whenever I think of that like situation, like when you get on the track with someone else and it's like, what you're way better than them, or like you know, I always think of the song Forever. You know, the song Forever with Drake and Lil Wayne and Eminem, like Kanye. So there's clearly one verse that's better than the rest of them, right?
Say it.
I'm not gonna say who's it unless you really okay. I think it's Eminem's is the best.
It's always Eminem.
I would never want to be on a song with Eminem.
No.
Ever.
No.
Like ever.
No.
Like, never ever.
I could never add something to an Eminem song.
Yeah.
Like I would only be taking away. Like my 30 seconds would be better used if he did.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. The reason I want to say it is because a lot of people like to say Drake's was the best for some reason. I think his was probably one of the worst.
I don't think Drake's very good.
I don't either. At all. I say this all the time. Yeah. I do not think he's very good.
Drake is a pop star.
Exactly.
And he's a very successful, very talented at doing what Drake does. But if we're having a conversation about rappers, Drake is not even in the top 20, probably.
I just feel like he's not awful. Like he's not
bad at all.
Garbage, but I feel like his bars aren't like they're just basic. Like anybody could have said that.
I've never heard Drake say something and me be like, I have to like pause the song and be like, oh damn, like what was that? Like I've never heard anybody say that. Like no, he's making pop music. And pop music is like repetitive.
Yeah.
And it follows like the same themes and that's what he does. And he obviously he's like the most successful artist of all time. So like I'm not gonna say he's not good, but like I don't listen to Drake. Yeah,
he said like his bar in that song. He says, "Last time ever, first name greatest." It's like, okay,
and then every sixth grader wore that shirt for like all of middle school.
But it's like anybody could have said like that's not that hard to think up. Like greatest ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is like one of his more creative lines too.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he did have a line about swimming in the money, Nemo, which was like okay.
Yeah.
You know, but still, like, anybody could say that. And, like, compared to the things that Eminem or Lil Wayne were saying, like...
Bro, Eminem and Lil Wayne, like, you have to, like, stop and, like, think back and, like, read the lyrics.
Yeah, like... I feel like, like, you gotta pause the music. Something you're like... Like, when you gotta read it back and you're like... Whoa. Like... oh, my God. And sometimes you just gotta, like, sit there. Just don't even play it for a second. You just gotta sit there and be like... Did I really just hear that?
Yeah.
Like, my ear's working properly right now.
Or, like, Lil Wayne songs are the type of songs, like, you've been listening to it for 5 years, and then you hear it just, like, on one random day, and you're like, I never caught that before.
Like, you're like, what?
That's the type of music I aspire to make. Like, definitely.
Dude, his whole run in his song, in the 6 foot, 7 foot, it's not his song. He remade that song. I don't know if people know that.
I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah, it's a remake of an older song. He has this whole run about basically he just lists out a whole family. He talks about Father Time and Mother Nature. And dude, this whole thing. I was like,
dude.
whoa! Like this whole I love when
It was
rappers
so
do
good.
that. I
Yeah.
love when rappers have this like run that all like is one thing and it goes together.
I agree.
I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. That one, then that whole song was just full of just metaphors on metaphors on metaphors.
That's the type of song that, like, if you want to be a rapper when you're like a kid, like you spend like time like well, if I can learn every word to 6 foot 7 foot, like that's like a badge of honor. Like that's how it is with like a lot of Eminem songs too. Like I know every word to just lose it or lose yourself or
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
That's he also Lil Wayne also talks about the synchronized swimmers. And
yeah, that's a good
two
one.
bitches at the same time, synchronized swimmers. I was like,
dude, yeah, that's like,
dude.
OG Lil Wayne, and I like when I was, or like when Lil Wayne was like making that music, like I wasn't really on to Lil Wayne. Like I was really late to the game on him. Like I definitely like have been into Eminem. Like Eminem has probably like got me into hip hop.
Yeah.
Fuck anybody trying to cancel Eminem. Like,
right.
I'm not trying to be like too opinionated, but like Eminem is like none of the rappers you listen to today would be here if it wasn't for
him. Dude, one of the first times I ever heard Eminem, he said, "Hey kid, you like violence?"
Yeah.
When I seen you put 9-inch nails through my eyelids, I was like,
"Want to copy me and do exactly like I did?"
Yeah. And that one and the two Trailer Park Girls going around the outside.
Dude, and that's like stuck in my head to this day.
Dude.
Like, it's a great fucking song.
Yeah. And then Without Me, that one was really good. That video, man, he's dressed up as Robin or whatever.
That might be like my favorite Eminem song, honestly. Like,
dude,
it's super old, but
he has that whole run about like little hellions, kids being rebellious, and then he talks about rocking the table at the doctor's office, like just rhyming all these like. He doesn't just rhyme like the end. Like,
no, that's like that is the mark of like
in the middle, like
lyricist. Like you see those like Rap Genius videos where they like highlight this stuff, and Eminem's like everything is highlighted. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
you might as well start by highlighting everything and then start
undoing
things. The ones that aren't.
No, that's what's cool. Like internal rhyme. Like I'm really into like the structure of like lyrics.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
me
and,
too.
Yeah, if you can rhyme like I like when a rapper rhymes like the middle part, like it's like a B A B A B like rhyme scheme where it's like all the middles are rhyming, all the ends are rhyming, all the first parts are rhyming. Like that's that's hard to do. Like, you have to like really. Like,
I also like that. I don't know what they call. I always call it like sequence rap, where it's like a sequence, like mother time, father time, mother nature. My brother has one of his songs where he says. I need a house like 2 floors. As a matter of fact, I need 2 more. What do I need a roof for?
4,
2, 4. 2 plus 2. Yeah. Just like those like sequential like, I think that like the payoff is just so like, if people catch it. Sometimes people won't catch it. They're like, huh? Yeah, then you like have to be like, okay, 2 plus 2 is 4.
The more you make music, the more you realize like that you're not making the music for the people that aren't gonna catch it. Like, the stuff you're saying. Like you're trying to make music for, at least I am, like that like select few group of people that you know are like really listening to what you're saying, and like I'll have there's I don't know if you're familiar with Waves Movement, like they're it's like a blog, I guess, and they do like music reviews and stuff, and they do it for a lot of people, but they pretty frequently review our stuff, and the guy who writes most of the reviews, his name's Anthony, shout out Anthony, like that dude hears every fucking thing that you say.
Really?
And he like somehow knows exactly what you mean every time. Like, that dude is like a connoisseur. And like I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I'll be making music and I'll be like, no one's gonna catch this, and I'll be like, nah, Anthony will. Like as long as someone knows what I'm saying, like that's enough. Like
do you ever put like certain things that you know only certain people are gonna catch, like people that you've been in certain situations with, or like like little inside jokes or something that you know like.
I wrote a song one time about like, it's called Wave. It's pretty old now, but
based off the Wave movement.
No, but like, there's like one part where I'm just like talking about stuff that I'm like doing, but like truly like everything that I mentioned was like a version of something that actually happened like that summer with like my group of friends.
Oh, okay.
And so like, it was like maybe a more PG version of those events, but like if they're listening to that song, they're like, "Oh shit, that did happen." Or, like, I wonder if he's talking about that one time.
Yeah,
like, that's what I meant. I try to make music that's like like if you listen to it at a surface level, you're like, damn, this is really good. Like this is catchy. But then it also like can be broken down and like there is like a lot of meaning and there is like a complex rhyme scheme.
Yeah.
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 I think that's important. Like try to appeal to the most people you can. Yeah, do what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of all these, rappers and whatever we were talking about. So I always ask every rapper, musician, whatever, what would your like dream collab be? Like if you could have someone on one of your songs, dead or alive, doesn't matter. Who would it be?
I think that I could make a kick-ass song with Jid, J-I-D. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, like he just like, he has that like Lil Wayne, Eminem, like level of like complexity to his music. And he's so like nonchalant with it.
Yeah.
In like a really cool way. Yeah. That'd be like a dream come true. And I wouldn't even say that he's like my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
I just think like we could probably make a dope ass song.
Yeah.
If you just happen to be listening.
Yeah. You know who else is a really, really good lyricist? J. Cole.
J. Cole. Dude, J. Cole's up on my list too. That name went through my head.
Those three are probably, I think, in the top 5 best.
Yeah.
Eminem, Lil Wayne, and J. Cole. Top 5.
Definitely.
Hands down.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know who the other two would be, but those three, hands down.
A lot of people would throw Kendrick Lamar up there.
Kendrick Lamar.
I have no problem with him being up there. I'm not as big of a Kendrick Lamar fan.
I might put him at number 5.
Yeah, but I think he's.
I definitely think he's
talented.
really way up there. Yeah. I would definitely not put Drake in my top 5.
No, Drake's not even top 20. Like I could just name people all day.
Oh yeah.
I think are better than Drake.
Juice WRLD was really, really good.
Shout out R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD was really good. I never got the fascination with mumble rap.
No, there's some people like I'm a big fan of like. I would say I'm a big fan of Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, I love Uzi.
Not all of his music like resonates with me.
Yeah,
but some of it resonates with me harder than like anything else.
Dude,
ever.
I remember I heard Neon Guts for the first time. I was like,
it's fantastic,
bro. Like, first of all, just the beat of that song alone is like something I feel like I'd hear on a spaceship or something. I was like, oh my god.
No,
and then
Uzi Vert's an alien.
He got some good bars in there too. You know, he said, what did he say? He said, I got some lights on my chest, stung a piece over the heart.
Yeah.
Heard things were looking too good for you, had to pull some strings like I play the harp. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uzi Vert's fire.
It's pretty good. Now though, he got that little like stone in his forehead.
I don't know what he's up to. He disappears and then he comes back and he's like new colored hair.
Yeah.
Gem in his forehead.
Yeah. Polo G's pretty good too. I like Polo G.
Yeah.
He's all right. I don't know that I put him in my top 5.
No.
But he's all right.
Yeah. Good music.
My brother liked Young Boy for a long time.
Yeah. I'm not against.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's like, any of the best. He's got some good bars. I don't know. I like Chance the Rapper a lot.
I was gonna say anybody out of Chicago, I'm usually like a pretty big fan.
Yeah.
Like Chance the Rapper. What if I say some names and they're not from Chicago? Like Mick Jenkins, Saba. I know Smino's not from Chicago, but he runs with those same people. No Name. I don't think Earth Gang is from Chicago, but I love Earth Gang.
I like Yachty a lot too.
Yeah, I think Lil Yachty's like really fun. And he's like a really cool.
I love when him and Kyle do stuff together, like that happy rap type stuff that they all do.
I cannot. Kyle changed my life.
Really?
Straight up. Kyle and Chance the Rapper, like when I was in like early high school and I started listening to them and I was like, dude, this is crazy because like these guys are not thugs like in any way. Yeah. Like these are like people that remind me of myself and like they're making kick-ass music and people are like they're liking it and like damn, I can make kick-ass music and be like a kind of dorky guy. Like this is cool. And Kyle's blown the fuck up. I saw Kyle here at the Alamo City Music Hall like years and years ago, and I actually like got to. He was like not all that big at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
And we just like stayed for a while after, and he just like came out from backstage.
Oh dang!
And I wasn't even waiting for him.
Yeah.
And I gave him a hug, and like we like talked, and we gave him like a T-shirt. And
oh
it
wow!
was the whole thing.
Dang,
the whole crew. He was
So
a super cool guy.
I did the same thing with this guy named Lucas Graham. You know who he is? He
I
does
love
songs.
Lucas Graham.
If you guys don't know who that, oh my gosh! If you guys don't know who, 1 second. Okay. If you guys don't know who that is, he sings the song 7 years. It was on the radio for like ever.
And a bunch of other fantastic
his other songs, he has one of the best singing voices I have ever heard.
Yeah, he's like almost like
so good.
He's like born in the wrong era of
music.
Like if this was like the 50s or something, like he'd be like the biggest person.
Dude, he'd be
ever.
popping.
Like,
yeah. He has a song called "Mama Said" too. I think
Mama
that was
Said
on the
is, like,
radio.
Probably my favorite one.
Yeah, Mama said that it was okay. Yeah, he's got some good like. He's a singer, but he has bars. Like he
has lyrics. Like,
he's got some. Yeah, he's got some good stuff in there. Yeah, I met him.
Yeah,
I got to meet him. I have a picture hugging him and stuff like that. It was
awesome.
pretty cool. I've been to like 6 of his concerts.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah.
Is he like good live? Like.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, he's amazing live. He sounds just like the track.
Yeah.
Like, just like it.
Some people are like better, and some people are worse.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah.
I've also seen Post Malone in concert.
True.
He was really good. He was really, really good. I would put him in the. I think he's like obviously really, really good.
Yeah.
He's got some bars, but I wouldn't classify him as a rapper.
No.
Same thing as Drake. Like he's
exactly. I put Post
like
Malone
this
and
pop,
Drake in the same
like
category.
this pop rap kind of like, whatever. I still think Post Malone is better than Drake, but if you're watching this, Drake, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll still have you on the podcast.
I'll
still have you on the podcast.
Yeah. I'll rap battle you, Drake, if you come on here. Just kidding. He'll beat me.
What about Eminem?
No. Eminem, I won't even look Eminem in the eye. Like, I don't deserve it.
I don't deserve it. Yeah. Eminem, man. I don't know. Any publicity is good publicity, I guess.
Yeah, and he doesn't even need it. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, if the, like, young kids care about him, like, dude, he made his bag, like, 100 times over. And, like, whatever. Like, that's like, oh, Tony Hawk, you suck at skating. Like, okay. Like, well, what does that matter to me at this point? Like,
do a 900
right now.
Yeah. He's retiring too. He is.
Yeah, he is.
I remember that. I saw that like a couple weeks ago.
He's doing like a series of videos where he like
does every trick for the last time,
and it's like emotional. It's
yeah,
like crazy.
yeah. People in the comments are like, "I was crying at this."
Yeah.
You know what? He gets emotional too. Like after doing it. Yeah. He's like, "Wow."
That's just hard for him. Too. Like,
he's like 50 now or something. Right? Yeah. Dang. I would like to have Tony Hawk on here too.
Yeah.
I think he'd be cool.
Dude, Tony Hawk seems to like he'll talk to anybody. Like, he's a pretty normal guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I'd like to have on here. So I always say if I have someone on here that was dead, like I just asked you, dead or alive, someone dead, Mr. Rogers would be my first.
Okay.
I would love to have Mr. Rogers on here, man. I think the world needs more Mr. Rogers.
Bring him back.
Bring him from the dead.
Yeah. Reboot Mr. Rogers.
Reboot it. Yeah, I don't know if you could reboot Mr. Rogers.
You can. I don't know. Who's your top guest alive?
Alive? I would like to have Post Malone a lot.
Post Malone?
Because every time I watch him do podcasts or like even just like videos, like he's very good at conversation and he's very
relaxed.
Yeah, and he's very interactive with it. Like he'll ask you questions too, and like all that stuff. And he doesn't only talk about his music. Like he'll talk about all kinds of cool stuff, and also because I have people sign my thing. If I had Post Malone on, I would love for him to draw his tattoos on me.
True.
I think that'd be so cool.
True.
I think that'd be so cool. Yeah. Also, another dead one would be the Crocodile Hunter.
Yes, that's a good one. Actually, that's really good.
Wow. Yeah, I would love to have the Crocodile Hunter. Yeah. Now, I'd also like to do for like a podcast with multiple people. I'd like to have Drake and Josh on here.
Oh,
I think that'd be dope.
That'd be really cool.
Or like all three of the from like iCarly.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, they're starting
doing
a new iCarly.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But Sam's not in it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
I don't know. I
can't imagine that it's going to be good.
Yeah. I heard something the other day. They said they were going to be allowed to cuss in it now, too. I was like,
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I might watch it.
Okay.
It's only on like some random streaming service.
It's on Paramount Plus. I have it, actually. But
it's like the only one I don't have.
Yeah.
Then like Peacock.
Or I have Peacock, only for The Office.
The Office, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, The Office, something else.
Back to it.
It's empty. Yeah. All that. I would like to have Bob Marley on too.
Bob Marley.
I would definitely get some weed in here from Bob Marley and smoke one out with Bob Marley. I think that'd be cool. Eventually, one day, I'd like to smoke with Willie Nelson on here.
Willie Nelson.
I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be super
Dogg.
cool. Snoop Dogg, yeah. Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
All of them.
I'd love to meet Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen seems really cool.
Yeah, he seems really cool too. Definitely, all those guys would be fun to have on here, I think.
Yeah.
And,
Probably.
Yeah, definitely. The Undertaker is another one that I say a lot.
Does he even speak? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So he lives here in Texas. He lives in Austin.
I didn't know that.
And Shawn Michaels, you know Shawn Michaels,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah.
Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
6'1", or not 6'19", that's from Mysterio. Sweet Chin Music with big old kick. Yeah, he lives in San Antonio.
I definitely
Or did. I don't know if he still does. But I would love to have the Undertaker on here, and I would love to let him choke slam me on the podcast. Even though it would hurt very badly.
Yeah, it'd be worth it.
It'd be worth it. But please choke slam me through this table.
Yeah.
Gosh. I could see him just...
Bro, he's huge.
Dude, he's like 7'2" or something. Fuck. Yeah. He'd be like all out of frame.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Take it outside.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'd have to stand up while he's sitting down. Oh my gosh. Or like get a seat that can lower all the way to the floor. Yeah. His legs will be all stretched all the way.
I'll just sit on the floor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Even though, my next podcast I'd probably be in a sling and be all like...
It's still worth it. Yeah.
All screwed up.
That's fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be super cool to have the Undertaker. I'd like to have like just different people from different things, like obviously the Undertaker, the Post Malone, just all these different people from different
medias,
different. Yeah, definitely. Even like Floyd Mayweather would be cool, or Mike Tyson would be cool.
Mike Tyson's would be really cool.
Even like YouTubers, Logan Paul would be fun just to hear his. Just
crazy shit.
Yeah, just hear him talk. Any of those people, really, anybody. Yes, The Rock would be a good one to have on here. I would love to have The Rock on here. He'd be up there. I'd like to talk to The Rock. He's got a lot of good stories. Did you watch his show? He has a show called Young Rock.
No, I knew that was a thing.
Yeah,
but I have not seen it.
It's real good.
Is it? That's surprising,
really
actually.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, it's gonna be another one of those weird like.
Yeah.
No, but it was really, really good. I was like, damn, okay.
Impressive.
Okay.
Shout out The Rock.
Yeah, shout out The Rock, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. If you're watching this, please come on.
Please.
I would also like to have people from The Office. Steve Carell, hands down. I would love to have Steve Carell. But I'd also love to have Jim and Pam on.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be super cool. Rainn Wilson, too. Yeah, he's weird, though.
He's so weird.
He's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, he has that...
Have you seen anything else that he's in? Like, other movies? And he's always weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's just him, I guess.
He also has his own podcast.
Really?
He has like one called Metaphysical Milkshake, where he is like he's himself.
Yeah.
But then he has one called like Dark Air, and it's like he has this like made up character called Terry Carnation.
And he plays the
character.
character.
Yeah, it's like so weird.
True.
Like so weird.
Would you ever have Eric Andre on your podcast?
Have who?
Eric Andre?
Who's that?
You don't know about the Eric Andre show?
I don't.
We'll have to talk about this later. He's like, he does like a talk show, but it's like...
It sounds... Wait.
It's like a prank talk show.
He's doing with the big curly... Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's like literally the craziest motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd love to have him on.
He's wild.
Yeah.
Like, he'd probably come in here and like...
I was going to say he has hair like yours.
He'll choke slam you through the table for sure. Like, no hesitation.
I was going to say he has hair like yours.
Probably
but... Yeah, I would have him on for sure. Yeah, I think he'd be... Oh my gosh, yeah, I think he'd be funny.
Yeah.
Weird.
Exciting.
Yeah. I would love to go interview a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like, go to the prison and do, like, do the phone thing. Yeah. But I would want it to be a serial killer that knows what they did and would talk about it. Like, not one of them that's like, I'm innocent.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. Like, I want to hear them talk about it.
a lot of serial killers are, like, kind of open about it.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're, like, psychopaths and they're, like, proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super cool to talk to one of them, get in their mind a little bit. See what
I think everyone's low-key obsessed with serial killers. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
I can't imagine that it's healthy.
No. No.
I like true crime a lot.
Yeah.
I watch
every Netflix documentary. Like,
yeah, but I mean, there's a line. Like I'll watch something that's like very disturbing, and I'm like, I'm done with that for like next week, and then maybe we'll. Like that was it. Like sometimes, like I'll watch like a super scary, not scary, but like a super dark, like show like that, or like listen to a podcast or something, and I'm like, I feel like I need to watch Dora the Explorer now.
Yeah,
to reset my
I
mind.
do that as a little kid. Like you watch a scary movie, and then like before bed, you have to watch some cartoons.
Yeah.
To, like switch up the vibe.
Yeah, definitely. I'm like, I need to reset my mind now.
I can't be dreaming about this.
Yeah. Sometimes. Almost choked there for a second.
I'll give you the Heimlich. I'll choke somebody.
Oh my gosh. So we were talking about, you're the same age as me. We're 23, right?
23.
Are you still in college?
I graduated.
Oh, you graduated.
In December,
Oh, you graduated. Oh,
December.
yeah. I guess if you're my age, that's what you do.
I was like a little early, but I mean that's because I didn't do anything extra.
So I did 1 year and I stopped going.
Yeah.
I was like,
Did you go here?
I went to Vista. Vista. Yeah, and then I stopped going. And I was like, I'd rather not do this.
Yeah, like if you would have asked me a year ago, like, should I go to college? I would have said like, fuck it. Like if you can afford to go to college, go to college. But like having now been like, I'm a year. I said December, but it was last December.
Okay, yeah.
So it's been like a little over, I guess like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I haven't really gotten anything positive in my life from the fact that I went to college.
What was your degree?
I got a degree in public relations and a minor in business.
Okay.
Which are like great skills to have, and like I use those things all the time, like just in my life trying to be an artist and stuff and like market myself. But have those helped me land any jobs? No. Not at all.
Yeah. I was going for photography. I was going to get a degree in photography or whatever. But I think a lot of the things, like, even like, you can get audio engineering or whatever. A lot of those things, like, people don't really care about your degree so much. Like, they care more about your portfolio.
Yep.
So, like, when I would go to shoot weddings for my photography, never once have I been asked for them to see my degree.
Yeah.
They're never like, let me see your degree for photography. No, they're always like, do you have an Instagram? Or let me see your portfolio. It's never. And I feel like it's a lot of times it's the same with music. Like, I mean, obviously, like you want to go like work as like someone's right hand man in a like high end studio.
Or if you're like trying to be a doctor or something.
Yeah.
Like, you need to go to college.
Yeah.
But,
there's specific things that you need to be in college for, a doctor, a lawyer, these things.
And I think it's like important to recognize that like college is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Like we're like raised from like kindergarten all the way through high school that like you have to go to college. Like you will not be successful without college.
Yeah.
But, like for most people, like if you can't afford to go to college or you're just not interested in any of those things, then I would say don't go.
Yeah.
Like go to a trade school. Like trade schools are awesome. Like that leads you into actually getting a job.
Yeah.
Like,
be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I would. Okay. So like, don't be like, oh, my passion's video games. I'm gonna be a professional video game player. Twitch streamer or whatever. And then,
which like you can go out and do, but like
but like get a part-time job. Work the rest of the time on your craft.
That's like I like fully support that mentality. Like I think there's this like false narrative in like being an artist that like if you're not like waking up and falling asleep every night just like bleeding over the canvas, like that's not true. Like, dude, any of your favorite local rappers, like we have jobs. Like I'm not doing this 24 hours a day. Like, is this what I wish I was doing all the time? Like, of course, but that's not realistic. Like, I'm trying to buy a house and I'm trying to, get married and have kids and like be a productive individual, and like I have to do other things, and like that's not something to like hide from the world or like, oh, you're not like hardcore. Like that's bullshit. Like no, we're out here making our way like everybody else, and like you got to do what you got to do. Like I definitely don't say quit your job to pursue your passion. Like you've got the time to do.
Yeah, and there will come a time where you. So I see it like this, like, so you start, you get, out of high school, whatever, you get a job, right? Full-time job or whatever.
Yep.
Then you start like working on your craft and like finding what you're good at and finding your craft really on the side, right? And then, you're working, and then your passion's going up, and then eventually you'll get really good and you'll start making some money or whatever, right? And then you go down to part-time work, and then so you still make some money, but you still make some money from the other thing, and then you keep going until you don't need that job anymore.
I completely agree.
So basically, I don't know, like a canal, like Panama Canal. You sit in the thing with the boat, and then they pour the water in, and then you go up, and then you go up to the next level. Mm-hmm. Then they pour the water in again, and you go up to it's the same thing. So you pour your passion in, and then as that goes, your day job will go away, and
I've always thought that, like, if I have like a day job and like a passion job, like making music or making art, like the only point in which you have to quit doing one of those things is when your passion becomes so successful that you can no longer work your job. Like, there's never a point where it's like, oh, my job is so time consuming that I don't have time to write lyrics. Yeah. Like, you find time for those things because it's what you love to do.
Yeah.
And I think that is like probably the most solid plan. Like you just said, like, do everything you have to do to be successful, and then when the thing that you love doing becomes the thing that makes you successful, then you don't need the shit you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need the day job. You don't need the 9 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah. You don't have to. It's not like we love our side jobs.
No.
Like,
no.
But like, we love that it gives us money to pursue our...
Exactly. To fund the stuff, like, all of this stuff.
I had to be able to buy this table. I had to buy this, my laptop, everything.
And you got to, like, have the money to get started. Like, you don't make money from a podcast that you don't have the equipment for yet.
Yeah.
Like,
eventually, you'll start paying yourself back. Like, you'll start coming back. And, you don't have to worry.
And, like, no matter what people say about, like, rapping, like, bro, the money's not there. Like, they're talking about having big money. Even sometimes I say some stuff, but it's, like, ironic. But, like, as a rapper, like, you're not making money off streams. Like, that is, like...
You make, like, a third of a cent off of...
like, every play. Like, I've probably made... Man, maybe this is telling. People are going to laugh at me. I've definitely made less than $100 ever. Like, in all streaming, for sure. And, like, the only real money comes from, like, if you're paid to play a show, which is rare because you're going to do it for free because you just want the exposure. And then if you sell, like, merch, like, that's where, like, the real money comes. Like, and that's why, like, we've been doing that for a long time now.
People paying you for features.
People pay you for features, Or, like, with me, like, I do all my own, like, cover art and stuff. Okay. And, like, I do, like, a bunch of graphic design art stuff.
I do graphic design, too.
And so, like, me being a rapper and making my own cover art, and then people were seeing that, and they were asking me to make them cover art. So then I was getting paid for that. So, like, do the thing you want to do, and then, like, there will be, like, branches that come off of that. It's, like, how you get into it. Like, this is a good segue. Like, I started off rapping or making music, and then I had, like, made, like, 2 mixtapes where I made, like, a different album cover for each single on the mixtape. Like, each song had its own thing. And then I've always been, like, I've always wanted to make a comic book. Like, always wanted to do something, like make a manga or make a comic. So I made a different cover for each of the songs on the album, and, like, they were all, like, me and the people on the song as, like, anime characters. And then people, like, really liked that. And I was like, this is really cool. So then I started making, like, a full actual manga that, like, goes along with my music. And that's what it was at first. It was just, like, promotional material for the music. Yeah. But at this point, like, in terms of, like, what the actual product is, it's, like, 50-50. Like, I've put out... It's The Castle in the Clouds is the name of the brand or whatever it is. Okay. And, like, it's, like, a whole multimedia thing. Like, I have videos, like, motion graphics, the music, the manga, just, like, the random pieces of art I put out, like, all of that, like, is, and that's it. There was a point where I was like, is this even, like, benefiting me becoming a successful rapper anymore? Am I spending so much time drawing manga that I'm not, like, making all the music I should? And I was like, well, fuck it, like, this is what I want to do. Like, all of this, like, works together into, like, making me a successful artist. Like, and that's, you don't have to, like, pigeonhole yourself. Like, after a while, like, trying to be a rapper is not very fun anymore. Like, I got to the point where, like, I don't know, I'm old. I'm not old, but I'm 23. And, like, there's still, like, just like when I was in high school, there's still people in high school trying to be rappers. And, like, it's just this constant influx of people. And now there's new social medias, like TikTok and Triller and, like, all these things. And, like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, and if that's what it takes to be a successful rapper, like, I don't really want to, that's not fun for me.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm going to do all these different things. And, like, yeah, I don't care about being a rapper anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be an artist and, like, make different art. And, like, all of it serves the same purpose at the end of the day. It's, like, expressing yourself to people and, you know, showing your stuff. Now, I'm still going to rap. Like, I'm still rapping. I can't wait to be playing shows again. But I like took that pressure off myself to like feel like I have to be competing, because that's like it's like playing a sport, and like at first like you're fresh and you're new and everyone's excited, and then like there's new people and they're not that excited about you anymore, and you like kind of feel down on yourself. Or, like you feel like you have to train harder, and like I was saying earlier, like I trained, like I'm there, like I'm making good music, like that's not the problem anymore. Like it's just like sustainability and like spreading your, like having enough different things to do that like if you're creatively blocked in one thing, you don't just like feel like you're not doing anything.
Yeah. I think also like eventually as you get better, like that kind of thing will get easier. Like, you know, like just like for example this podcast, like it's I complete like it's so makes you feel tired. Like you're like, oh my gosh, like I learn another social media, like I gotta create the artwork, I gotta edit everything, I gotta you know what
I just started another Instagram, and it's a whole thing.
Everything, and it's like, oh my, then you gotta start from 0 followers again. And it's like, dude, and then like you tell people to follow your page, you have like say you have like 800 followers, like you get like 23 followers, and you're like, where the heck are these other 800 followers?
I have like 850 followers on like my main account, and then I started a one like specifically for like my like the Castle in the Clouds stuff, and that one has like 30 right now. I'm like, but I was getting more than 30 likes when I was just posting this shit on my account. Like, come on, y'all. But
yeah, I think like
it also lets you know like these 30 people really want to see this thing. Like,
for sure.
Cool. Like, you know who your people are.
Say I start making money off of this. I can hire someone to be my social media manager. That way I don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's the first thing that I'm getting rid of.
They can all that. And then, you know, start making more money, I can hire an editor. So all I have to worry about is filming it and then handing it off to the editor. And then approving it and then giving it to the social media, whatever. You know, and so it starts to take a lot off your plate, you know.
Which then opens you up to do other things that, like, you've probably been waiting to do the whole time.
You know. But I also think, like, I don't want to go too far with that to where, like, it's not my product anymore.
That's, like I have that problem, too. Like, I when I was younger, when we, like, first started, like, the Pack Static group, I interpreted it always as, like, I do everything. Like, why am I always doing everything? But then I learned, like, no, that's me. Like, I choose to do everything. Like, I have a really hard time, like delegating things to people, because, like, I micromanage, and like, I'm very like detail oriented, and it makes it hard to work with a group. But then like I'm very lucky and I have like a really good group of people. That like when I finally have like started to let up on some of those things, like I've never been disappointed. Like this is why these are my people. Like, because they can produce to the same level that like I would do, because that's why we're a group. Like, it's good to have people to help.
Oh yeah, definitely. You always got to trust the people, like very, very well. And also, like, you know, people like back to, you know, my podcast. People have different editing styles, and I think that's something that I can be afraid of too. Like, I know how I want my videos edited, and I know how I want it to look, and I'm very specific about that. And so I like that worries me. Like if, like they have a different vision, or you know, like they do it like without asking. Like, oh, I just thought it would look better. You know, it's like no. But then I have to tell them to go re-edit it, and it's like that feels awkward.
Then you feel like a dick.
I feel like a jerk, and it's like.
Yeah, that's tough. Like, I have just recently, like, I mean, for the longest time, like, I would write the song, I would record the song myself. I would mix it and master it myself. I would make the cover art. I would, I run my social media accounts.
Yeah.
I would send it to distribution. I would do like everything from like very start to very finish.
Yeah.
And like only recently have I become comfortable with like letting like Big Texas now, like he's better at mixing and mastering than I am. And like it took me a long time to be able to like openly admit that to myself, but like let the person who's best at it do the thing. Like they're better than you for a reason. And like when you like accept that and start letting people help you, like it definitely feels good. Like and in the end, like you got something better out of it than you would have had you done it yourself. So
and also like sometimes, and a lot of the times, like so you go to collab with someone like that, or like you let them help you do your thing, whatever. And sometimes like they'll notice something you never even noticed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or like they'll add something to it, and you're like, why haven't I been doing that for like
the whole time,
past decade?
Yeah.
like how am I that dumb?
Yeah, straight up.
And so like I mean it definitely helps, but I think when I do something like that, I think I'd like to be there while they edit it.
Yeah.
So I can like just watch them.
Yeah, that's how I am too. Like.
Yeah, I wanted to get like a studio thing so I can like put a TV up there and just watch them edit on TV.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. This is the first anybody will ever hear about this, but Peter, the guy who does like all of our video stuff, he just graduated from college, but his final product for college was to turn in a video game. And we actually made a demo version of a video game based off of my manga, like my comic book.
Oh, wow.
And we're still working on it. Like, before anybody actually sees it, like, we got to finish it. Like, it's only, like, one level right now.
Yeah.
But for me, like, there's one thing about, like, mixing and mastering and stuff, but, like, this, like, comic book world, like, that is my, like, passion project.
Yeah.
Like, and to have someone else, like, doing the 3D models of my character or, like, doing things, like, I was so scared. That, like, because I don't want to come off and be, like, nitpicking every little thing he did. Because, like, it just doesn't look the way I would want it to.
Yeah.
Because I appreciated him doing it. In the end of it, he's done a fan-fucking-tastic job.
Yeah.
But, like, he would, like, well, what if this character did this and that's how they met? And I'm like, the fuck? Like, I didn't even think of that. I've been doing this for fucking, like, 5 years. Like, no, that is fantastic. And so, like, having other people give you ideas is so beneficial. And yeah, it's hard as an artist because, like, artistry, like, comes from the heart and shit. It's, like, inside of you, but it can also be, like, a collaborative thing.
I definitely think that I've gotten, a good amount better at, like, being okay with things not being perfect.
Yeah.
Like, like the studio we're sitting in, I would prefer it to be better, like, there's all kinds of things. Like, I would prefer these walls to not be cream colored,
It's a good cream.
I would prefer to have a tripod thing or a, what do you call this, podium that doesn't have duct tape on it that you can actually see the logo. But
well, fuck it.
I mean, it's working, people, people come in and they're like, what the heck? Like, this is so cool. Like, how did you do this?
Yeah, that's what I thought when I came in. Like,
and so, but to me, I'm like, I hate it. Like, it doesn't look like how I envision it in my mind.
That's like a big attribute of being an artist too, is like it's very hard. Like, you're never gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Like, and you have to just at a certain point like understand like this is as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, or like, and that's what like having other people around you telling you that like that song is so good. Like, this podcast setup is so dope. Like, that like validates it in your head too. Like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Like,
and the other thing I learned, that I learned I've been working on is like. I have a little part-time job, and I have bills to pay and stuff, and I don't, I'm not viral, like I have viewers, but I'm not like, I have like 100 viewers or something like that, 150.
Same.
So being able to buy all this stuff and put together a studio like this is pretty damn good from where I'm at.
Yeah.
It'd be different if I was doing this for like decades and decades and decades, and like.
How long have you been doing it? Like,
it'll be a year here in June. Okay. Yeah, it'd be different if I'd been doing this for like a decade, like decades and decades and decades.
Yeah,
and it's like
it hasn't gone anywhere. But
it's like
you're still starting. A year. That's something else. Like, I'm sure, like, we're the same age. Like, you've been realizing it too. Like, bro, at a certain point, like, a year is, like, not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like, this past year has been so fucking quick. Like,
yeah.
And I would have, like, a couple years ago, it's hard for me to say, like, a year from now, I'll be like, no, that's too long. Like, I have to do it now. Like, bro, a year is not much time. Like, and it was, like, really weird for me once I graduated from college because, like, forever, you had always been like, okay, just this much longer and then this is over.
Yeah.
And this much longer and then high school's over. And then 4 years and then, okay, college is finally over. And then you get to the point where, like, college is over and then nothing is ever over again.
Yeah.
Like, everything, you just started and, like, it feels like you have to, like, set your own goals. And, like, it's just, like, a weird adjustment to, like, make in your brain.
I feel like I can feel that way with money, too.
Yeah.
Like, time and money. Like, I remember thinking, like, when I was a kid or something, you know, even, like, middle school, high school, like, if I had found $20 or something, I would have been like,
I'm set.
Woo, I'm rolling, man.
You know how many sodas I can buy with $20?
Dude,
like,
bro, I can...
Yeah.
Dude, I can walk into the Walgreens and cash out.
Anything I want. Yeah.
Bro. And now, like, if I find $100 on the floor, I'm like...
I guess.
Dang.
Is it worth picking it up?
Yeah, I'm like... I don't know, man. This is not going to get me very far.
No, that's like a weird one too. Specifically, $100. Like as a kid, $100 is $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get older and you're like, bro, $100 is like filling up my tank of gas twice.
Yeah.
Like that's like
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I can fill up my gas and then, you know, have to decide between getting a haircut and a meal.
Yeah.
like it's not.
Clearly, I'm not getting my haircut. So.
Yeah. Do you have a goal with your hair? Like, you want to just let it? Are you gonna cut it at some age?
I reached the goal of my hair. It's just like I always wanted my hair to be long, and like it just never. I don't know. I had it really, really short. Like even if you knew in high school, I started till I kind of had like it wasn't a flat top, but like I would like fade the sides, and I had like, long hair on top. And then like at some point in college, I just stopped cutting it, and it wasn't me like wanting to grow my hair out. It was like I don't know. I keep doing it. It was like I was like, I'm just going to stop caring about things I don't have to care about. Like, why am I always worried every day about my hair? Like, who cares? I'm just not going to worry about my hair. And then it just kept growing and growing. And then I was like, well, now I want to get to where I have a ponytail. Yeah. And then I got to having a ponytail, and now there's nothing left. Yeah. Like,
does your hair grow out, or does it grow down?
It has started to grow down, but that took forever.
Yeah.
Like, it was always out. Yeah. And, like, I would always wear hats, and, like, for a while I had to wear, like, a headband. Yeah. But then once I was able to get in a ponytail, I never wear it down. Like, I don't think it looks good, and it's just, like, kind of uncomfortable. Yeah. So, like, I did it. I have a ponytail. Like, I don't really care for it to be longer. So now I have to think of, like, something cool I can do. I might just shave my head. I don't know.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
You should get one of those mullets.
Yeah, dude, I should. Get a mullet. I should, like, do something, like, really crazy, and then, like, if it's just awful, then, like, well, I was going to cut it anyway. Yeah. Like, just get a straight mohawk.
Mullets are catching on again.
Dude, they are.
You could rock your overalls and a mullet? Are you kidding me?
Yes, dude, I should. That's, like, seriously on the consideration
That'd be fire, dude.
That's, like, a weird one.
That'd be a fire album cover.
Yeah, it would. I don't know why people, like... It was like mullets were popular, and then everybody like talked about how the mullet is like the worst hairstyle ever. Yeah. And then I was always like, I mean, it's not that bad. And then now, like people are having mullets again. I was like, I fucking told you, like, it's just hair, like.
Yeah. But my hair definitely grows out too. I mean, it's. Yeah. I have curlier hair when I let it grow out, so like it'll curl like this, and then it'll go back like this, and it'll start finally coming down. Yeah. But I've never even lasted that long.
I never ever thought that I would like. I honestly don't know how I did, like, and that's another thing, like, bro, I feel like it hasn't been that long. I don't think I've cut my hair in, like, I mean, at least 2 years. Yeah. Well, it, like, still feels like yesterday that, like, I had short-ass hair. I don't know, I just never knew, like, I have, like, weird kind of, like, super curly, kinky hair, and I, like, didn't know how to take care of it, because, like, I don't know what it is. No one else in my family really has hair like this. Like,
really?
It's just like, I don't know, some random thing. Or someone way far back down the line did.
What? Well, are you just white? Or
I am. Okay, my whole life, I always just was like, both my parents look white. All my grandparents look white. I'm white. Like, that's all I know. Like, a bunch of different types of white. Yeah. But people have always assumed that I or like tried to guess that I was this or I was that.
Yeah.
And like I guess I always thought I was just kind of like racially ambiguous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much only white. I actually like took a DNA test. Someone gave me like a 23andMe for Christmas.
Oh.
And I'm like 11% Middle Eastern.
Oh.
But
okay.
I don't know if that's even like different than the average white person.
Yeah.
Like then we might all be like.
Yeah.
10%.
My mom is full Mexican, and my dad's just all kinds of.
Yeah.
They used to call it mutt.
Yeah, we don't
but
say that anymore. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Race is hard these days to be able to.
Yeah.
Say anything.
Yeah.
Really. So he's just a bunch of European.
Yeah.
You know, different.
That's pretty much what the majority of my family is.
Yeah.
My grandfather was adopted. Like, doesn't know his parents.
Okay.
Doesn't never contacted him. So I was always like, well, whatever it is from him. Whatever this like mystery gene is.
Yeah. Do you have siblings?
I have a younger sister. Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm the oldest of 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing.
Both the oldest.
Yeah.
But I don't, not as many.
Yeah. You mentioned you want to have kids, right? You said?
Yeah, I'd like to have kids.
Somewhere
down the line.
You think you'll promote the entrepreneurship to them too? Like.
Yeah,
like
I would. I would hope
go to
that.
College if you, you know.
I would hope that by the time I have kids, and this is like a grandiose dream. Everyone probably thinks this, like that I would be entrepreneurially successful enough to where like I could afford to send my kid to college.
Yeah.
And like look, I'm gonna pay for it. Just fucking go. Like
yeah.
No, trust me. You can be a kid for 4 more years. It's okay.
Yeah.
And then like when they get out, like hopefully like I could be a good example to them of like someone who like was an entrepreneur and like did it on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like I said, like being a rapper is like a small piece of what I see myself doing forever. And like I have like true entrepreneurial ideas and stuff. And like businesses, and I have a business minor, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll definitely be like in support of the entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But I think that there's like a line, like
yeah.
As long as you just like we said, have a part-time job.
Yeah, exactly. Like be smart about it.
Yeah, then it's like you're whatever. But if you're just like sitting at home playing video games, you don't go to college. There's a little bit of. But also, do you think there's a line? Like if they've been working on their craft for like so long and it's not taking them anywhere and they're still living in your house, that you'll say,
I don't know. Like
maybe up your hours a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess there is, but like I feel like you probably have to find that yourself. Like or like I am right now. Full disclosure, look, another look into the life of a rapper. Like I live with my parents. It's not all that glorious, but I'm like working, I have a full-time job now, fucking finally. And I'm like trying to move out with my girlfriend, and we're like trying to get a house. It's this whole thing. And like I'm trying to do all the like right adult things to do. Yeah. And at the same time do this other stuff. And like if I can do it that way, then I know that my kids can do it that way.
Yeah.
And like
that
would definitely be like my goal for them. Like go out, get something stable, like something that's gonna pay you, and then do your thing too.
Yeah. Do your parents and your girlfriend support your music and stuff?
Definitely. Yeah. Like my parents have always been like really supportive of pretty much anything.
I bet it helped that you did go to college too.
It did. Like I look, I'm out here, I'm doing all the right stuff. Like definitely wasn't like the best college student.
Made it through though.
I made it through, and I did well enough. Definitely plenty well enough.
Yeah.
It's like weird. College is weird. I don't.
Do you think you'll have standards like that for your kids? Like you gotta have a B.
No, see, and like my parents never had to have standards with me. Like I was like I literally like I got 1 B all of school up until college, and it was like in high school, and it was because my English teacher was a bitch, low key. Whatever. But like, and that wasn't even like, I wasn't stressed about grade. I'm not like, it sounds like I'm bragging. Like I just did well in school. Like the school environment was good for me, and like I did well, and it was whatever. And so like my parents never had to like push me in school. So I don't even know what I would do if my kids were like like fucking up in school.
Yeah.
Like I don't have like the tools for that.
My parents always told me that we have all of us. They always tell
Yeah.
like our standard is B.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is like that's solid. Like you don't have to be perfect, but
Yeah.
like you got to
Try.
be better than bare minimum.
Yeah, and it like even like if you're trying your best and you get like a 70 something.
Yeah, like
sure.
If we're here and we like see you doing homework,
Yeah,
and, like you're trying,
yeah.
Nah, shit happens, but
Yeah, I don't know that I'll care that much though. Like, dude, as long as you pass, like I don't care.
yeah.
Like,
And
but I also know that the school system isn't really like teaching them life skills.
yeah.
So it's like not really that big of a deal. Like never once have I used the Pythagorean theorem.
I try sometimes. Sometimes I just see a fucking triangle and I'm like, oh, I bet you I can't. No,
Yeah,
doesn't really come in handy
like
unless
this right here.
Yeah. It's about a 90-degree angle.
Yeah,
That's all I can say.
yeah, yeah. Never once have I reflected on Of Mice and Men or
Didn't even read it.
never,
Never once did I actually read the book in high school.
Never once have I headed a paper with MLA format. Like,
Dude,
never once have I written a paper for anybody.
that's like what I'm saying about like school. Like all of it is to lead you up into college. Like you get into college and like yeah, you have to use MLA format, but fucking why?
Yeah,
Like why?
yeah.
You learned it so that you can do it in college. So that you can do it in college. Like,
Yeah.
There's no like actual purpose to that.
Yeah.
Nah. And for the most part, like I found college to be like a pretty, as like the growing as a young adult, it was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
being out there on my own. Like I was in an apartment.
What college did you go to?
I went to UT Austin.
Oh,
I actually
okay,
did.
okay.
And I went there with Grant, one of the other rappers in our
Yeah.
group, and we lived together. And so like I was like had like a pseudo adult life where like I had to, I wasn't paying for everything on my own. Like my parents were super
Yeah.
supportive, but like I had to go grocery shopping, or I had to like get the electricity bill and fucking fill it out
Yeah.
and like stuff. So like I learned like a bunch of stuff that's gonna be like useful to me.
Yeah.
And like I got to like meet people and do cool stuff, but like the actual college experience itself, like on the university doing stuff, like organizations and fraternities and like like academic stuff, like never. It all seemed like very fake to me.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't understand like why people wanted to do it. Like that's like the concept of like a B in college. Like unless you're trying to go to grad school, like which I knew that I wasn't trying to do because I was just trying to finish so quick. Like
Yeah.
these grades don't fucking matter. Like passing is passing.
Yeah.
And, like no one's ever gonna look at your GPA. Like
Yeah.
unless you're trying to go to grad school, which so. I don't know. Maybe one day I will change my mind, just like I've already changed my mind about it.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
Nah.
Did you meet other musicians in college?
Yeah, I met musicians. Like I met the guy that's helping me make my video game in
Okay.
college. I wouldn't have met him otherwise. A lot of great friends. I worked as a lifeguard in college, and like so we had like pretty much like our club or like our fraternity was like all the lifeguards, and we would have parties and stuff, and like it was a good experience.
I think that like more than the education, I think that's like one of the best parts of school is like the people that you meet.
100%. Like that's the best place to meet people. Is
Yeah.
school, or like.
And I think that's a problem. Like I've been realizing that recently. Like, so I'm single. I don't really have very many friends. But it's like, how are you supposed to meet people?
Dude.
Like at our age, like you don't go to school anymore. Like,
I would have no idea. So I'm like super blessed. Like I've been with my girlfriend since high school. So like we've been together a very long time.
Okay.
But we'll talk about how like if we were single right now, like what the fuck would we do? Like I've never had Tinder.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to use that. Like what am I gonna like?
people just use that for sex.
Yeah. Am I gonna like walk around Walmart like? Oh, she looks nice. Like I would have no idea what to do.
See
and
that chick over there picking up mac and cheese? She a baddie.
Yeah, dude. I'm lucky to not have to deal with that.
I see you're getting Kraft.
Classy. Velveeta?
I see you spent the extra 10 cents on the Velveeta.
She got like the little macaroni and cheese with like the fucking characters.
like little SpongeBob ones. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Those, oh my gosh. They have like Baby Shark ones now.
Baby Shark.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I wonder who made that. Dude's banking right now.
Oh my god, dude. So much money. So much.
I believe it.
So much money off of...
Of what? Yeah.
I
Baby Shark.
would not be surprised if that was a joke. Like at first.
It was. I mean, it was at least definitely made for babies, but like,
It was a banger, I guess.
yeah.
You know. You ever think about sampling things like that for your music, just to dig
Just
around?
for fucks? Yeah. I think about it sometimes. Like,
at the beginning. Dun,
yeah. When I first started making music, I was like sampling heavily, from all kinds of stuff. Like I was talking about that Gary Oak song. That song samples like 4 songs. Like that could never be anywhere but SoundCloud.
Oh my god.
So like now that it's it became so easy for there was a point in time where I was like, man, one day I'm gonna be on iTunes. Now anybody can be on iTunes. It's not hard to do. So you kind of have to. It's people don't want to go to SoundCloud anymore like they used to. Streaming is everywhere. You have to be everywhere. So you can't use samples. Yeah. You have to find original stuff, and I don't for the most part anymore make my own instrumentals. I lease things or buy things from people. I'll fucking buy beats off YouTube. I know that we all do that, no matter what anybody says. Yeah. But yeah. That was an interesting...
I don't know what the difference is between that and having a producer. It's just a producer digitally.
It's a producer that you don't actually know. Yeah. No, it's the same thing. And share the love. Why not work with some... I'll try to lease beats sometimes, and my credit card will get shut off because it'll be oh, you're trying to purchase something from Germany. And I'm well, that's dope as fuck. This guy lives in Germany. And I'm buying his stuff. We would have never met. This song would have never happened. I think that's cool.
Do you ever hear a fire beat that you want? You're this is gonna be perfect. I love this. And then you look at it and it's sold.
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Oh no.
Yeah. Back in the day, I would have just used it anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And leasing beats, if you're putting together a whole album, all in all, it's gonna be pretty expensive. Yeah. But individually, the lowest tier on a beat lease is usually $20 or $30. It's nothing crazy. Yeah. And I'm not out there buying exclusive rights to things
yeah,
fucking $2,000 or something.
Yeah.
There's no need. I don't have all that many streams on my songs.
Yeah.
And I always said if I had a song that just blew up, skyrocketed, I'll go buy it after.
Yeah.
I think they'll be understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Eventually, you'll be able to pay someone to make your beats.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just pay them whatever their fee is. Whatever a week or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and I would bet that they'll be pretty happy to hear that their beat went viral. They're gonna fight me.
Take it down.
Yeah. Wait, which tier of my lease do you have? Bro, shut up.
Yeah, the one that got me 1 million views.
Yeah, that one. Be fucking happy.
Yeah. That reminded me. There's this guy named Ricky Gervais. You know who he is? So he created the original Office.
Yes.
And someone put on Twitter, tweeted at him, and they were he was speaking about it. He said someone put on Twitter and they tweeted at him, "How does it feel that the Americans did your show so much better than you did, or whatever?" That ours is so much better. He said it feels fucking rich.
Yeah. Have you watched the UK Office? Yeah. There's only one season as far as I know, and it's not as good.
It's a season and a Christmas special, right?
Yeah, or something like that. I haven't even watched all of it because I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't very good.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm sorry, Ricky.
It wasn't. Maybe I watched it after I watched most of The Office too. Yeah. So maybe had I done it the other way around, I would have appreciated it. Yeah. But I just was that's not Jim. That's not Dwight.
Yeah. Just looks weird. It's Tim, right?
I think they do have slightly different names or something.
Yeah.
And Ricky plays
David Brent,
who is Michael Scott.
Yeah.
But they're totally different characters. Yeah. And it's
do you remember when David Brent came into the office?
Yes, I do. That was wild
at the elevators.
I wonder how many people didn't know.
And he had this weird line. He was "Let me know if you have any job openings soon."
Yeah.
And everybody was. I heard an interview where he said that was supposed to shock people into thinking that he was going to be the next boss when Michael Scott left.
Dude, but no, it was Will Ferrell. Yeah. The most fucking shocking.
I don't know if that just didn't register to me.
Yeah.
That was
I don't think I thought
or
that.
It was just because I didn't see the British Office. But
honestly, don't even watch it.
Yeah. I bet people that watch the British Office are like,
yeah. I bet there's a ton of people that watch the British Office and they were the American one sucks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that hate The Office anyway. Here we are talking about The Office again.
Yeah. Came full circle.
Yeah.
Came from full circle there. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we'll move on to the quote of the day now.
I like it.
Yeah, buddy. So there are some office quotes in here, actually.
Dude, it's gonna be an office quote.
We already used the one that was, wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you've actually left them. We used that one already. But we'll use a different one now. In the trash.
Buckets.
Go ahead, pick one out of it.
Dig
Dig
deep.
deep.
Go deep in there. Yep.
Dig deep. Some of them are from president, some of them are from...
I feel one, and I know that it's the one. I'm just trying to get it. There it is. All right,
See
do
what
I
this-
read it?
yeah, go ahead.
I think I have two.
Oh.
This is long.
It might just be long.
It's long. Okay.
Okay. Whoa! Sorry about that. Is it a good one?
It's a good quote. I don't know who the person is. A friend is one of the best things you can be and the greatest things you can have. Sarah Valdez.
I don't know who that is either, but yeah,
That's a good quote.
Boom.
It's good to know.
There you go. I thought that was going to be Christopher Robin for some reason.
Christopher Robin.
You know who that is?
Yeah, from Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Dude, I love Winnie the Pooh, honestly. Like that
went hard.
it did.
Winnie the Pooh went pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm a pretty avid Lego collector.
Okay.
And they released all these like Winnie the Pooh sets, and I was like sending them to people like, "Oh, this is so sick," and they're like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "No, you don't even know."
Oh my gosh. All right, you get to sign this little poster here now.
Hell yes.
Do you have a signature yet? An autograph?
Yeah.
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 There you go. All your colors right here. Yeah. Have you ever made yourself out of Lego?
I have, dude. I wish I had a picture I could show you. I made my like anime character out of Lego.
Oh. Oh dang.
Dude, is this Hebrew?
Yeah.
That's
How do people know that?
Hebrew is like pretty unique, I would think. I don't think the yellow is gonna show up as good as I'd like. Let's do.
Half the other ones don't show up either.
Dude, this is so hard. Okay. Like this nice bluish color. I'll take the corner nobody else is taking. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to write it. I'll do it. Yay.
Boom. There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Right up there. Boom. Okay. Do you have any new music coming out in the near future that they should be aware of?
Yeah, so I'm currently working on the third volume of The Castle in the Clouds, which does not have a title yet. It's gonna be the songs are pretty much written and everything, so it's always like an album and a comic go together. The comic, the manga, like is gonna be like a true volume of a manga, so it's like already like gonna be like over 100 pages. Like it's pretty long. And it's gonna take me a long time.
Is this the first official like
I have
one?
a physical. So like, there's volume 1, which is like really short, and then there's a bunch of like one shot short things. Volume 2, at the time, I was like, damn, this is so crazy. It's only like 20 something pages, and I made like physical copies.
Yeah.
But volume 3 is gonna be like a book. And if you've been like following along with the manga, you have so many questions because I've left everything very vague. But volume 3 has every answer. Every plot point gets wrapped up. It's kind of the end of the journey of the King character. It's not the end, but like this chapter is finally wrapped up in the third volume. And I'm super proud of everything that has happened so far, or everything that I've made so far that no one has seen yet. I plan to be finished with it this year, so 2021. But yeah,
Boom.
Stay tuned for teasers and stuff. I'm always putting out just like random art from the world. I'm working on a piece right now. There's always like new Pack Static stuff coming out. We've got the Pack Static store available now. Ooh, this is a perfect chance. I'll be right back.
Good.
Get out of here. I have brought a gift for you.
Oh dang! There you
This
go.
is a mug.
Wow,
button in
Pack
there.
Static. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, just a
Look at
thank
that.
you for having me on.
Yeah, I think I got some stuff for you somewhere too. I just have to remember where it's at.
Yeah, so yeah, you can get your own mug and all that stuff. If you go to @pack_static on Instagram, we got like a link tree up in there. It's got all of our music for all of our members, all of our cool stuff you can buy, reasonably priced, of course.
Yeah, this will sit right here.
Hell yeah.
Boom! Everybody can see that Pack Static.
But yeah, check out all my friends, Sensei Texas, Grant, LT.
Yep.
We're nice guys. We love you all.
All his links will be in the description below. So you can go follow him, check out all his
Thank you.
different arts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll see some stuff from me on there.
Yeah.
When I take your pictures and do all that, whatever.
Yeah. I would love to come back with like the whole crew in here too.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, if you guys want that, let us know in the description below. Also, if you're part of that group, let us know in the comments down below.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. We'd have to get Big Texas back.
Yeah, dude.
When he comes back from Houston.
Definitely get everybody down here.
Yeah, man. Maybe he can bring his baby.
Yeah, dude. Pass the baby around.
Oh my gosh. I feel like he would do that though.
He might. Yeah.
Just be.
Yeah. I don't think his girlfriend would approve.
But. Yeah. Thank you for watching this podcast. Don't forget to follow Kory, King K, whatever you want.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call me.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you on Wednesday.